You would, right? Got it. See up there. Hey, where you up to?
Yeah, my class right here. This one's mine.
Where's my nose? My list.
I think he's like about here.
Wherever the big one is.
Well, if it's a bigger one. And all that.
You would show it now?
Yeah.
Start here.
Yeah, it looks like this is on the.
No.
All right, morning, guys. As we come this way, we'll get started and we'll end up in the showroom probably.
Welcome to the final seminar of the year. We've got a couple handouts we want to pass out. I think it was our de-winterization. We stumbled onto an idea with the help of you guys about putting together a kit to make it a little bit more prepared out on the road or in the campsite. Does anybody at that seminar, the de-winterization? So you kind of remember what we talked about a little bit? There was a young lady that was here that said they just got a camper and they had no idea what they were going to need when they were out camping. So we did some research, found out that there was already a kit out there. You like one, man? Oh. Everybody get one, no? So what we did was we took that kit, took some of the key items out of it. Everybody get one? That wants one? You want one, sir? They're only $1 a piece.
I'll take one for $1.
So anyway, if you look at the second page, that is a kit that is offered by Lippert. Lippert makes a ton of different things. They make the chairs that are sitting right here.
They buy a ton of companies.
Yes, they buy, they make your trailer frame. They're into a little bit of everything now. But if you look at that second page, that's the kit that they came up with. And a lot of this stuff was a good idea. I didn't think face masks needed to be in there. I was kind of on the fence about screws. Anyway, that kit, if you go to the third page, retails online anywhere from $139 to $213 for that kit. We took the basics of that kit. We added some plumbing items, emergency plumbing items. We added a roll of repair roof tape. We added some items like cone washers, things that you guys come in here for a lot of times that aren't real easy to find out there in the public. But we got a lot of nice stuff in this kit, and ours sells for $99.99. But basically, what you're going to get, the stuff that makes our kit a little bit different. If you're out camping and you have, everybody's got pets in their campers nowadays. So if you're out camping and your cold side of your bathroom faucet starts leaking, the only thing you can do at that point is shut the water off, right? Well, our kit comes with an end stop, so no matter where the leak is, you take the utility knife that's in that kit, cut the line going to the appliance, and put a stop on it. Now you're camping. You're still camping. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have cold in that faucet. You're still camping. You don't have to leave. Say, and these are reusable. Say you forget your low point drain cap. It's in there. Say you got a faucet. The faucet itself's leaking and not the line. This is the type of fitting that's on every one of your faucets. It's a 1/2-inch female pipe that screws on the back of the faucet. So you can unhook it from the faucet that's leaking. So we supplied with a couple 1/2-inch pipe plugs. Screw that in that faucet, you're camping still. You You don't even have to leave the campground. You just don't have whichever side's leaving at that point. So we try to come up with good ideas for things that you will need. These are also the same thing that's used in your Atwood water heater. So if you don't have an anode rod in there, this is what your drain plug is for your water heater. So your first trip out, you haven't de-winterized yet and got it ready to go, you left your water heater plugs at home. It's got 2 of these in there. So we've got that covered as well. It's got a 12-volt multimeter. Did you ever pull it up? Oh, I'm sorry. So we got a 12-volt multimeter in there. We've got the utility knife, 6 by 24-inch rubber roof patch, which is not in their kit either. So you're pulling in a campground, you hit a limb. As long as it's shorter than 24 inches, this will get you covered until you get to where you can get an actual proper repair, so you won't get any kind of water damage from that short trip. Tire pressure gauge. A lot of people already have some of this stuff. You might not have any, you might have all of it. A light just to get you in the dark. If something goes out, you can't see in the camper, you're under a cabinet or whatever. This is a headlight to get you going under there. 12-volt test light. 34-piece ratcheting screwdriver with bits and sockets. Not going to fit everything, but it's going to fit some things. The number 2 square. That's the most popular fastener on your camper. A 60-pack of fuses. 60 of them in here. You're going to find that not every camper is the same. You might not have one that's in here, but it's going to cover the broad range of what's being used in it. Everman's best friend, cable ties. A simple cripper, stripper, terminal kit for any kind of minor wiring you might have to do. Say you drag that 7-way and tear it up, that'll get you going there. Here's a 5-pack of the rubber cone washers that are in every one of those fittings. On the back of your faucets, showers, anywhere there was a plumbing fitting screwed onto a faucet, you're going to have cone washers. That's also your low point drain cap. Everman's best friend, duct tape and electrical tape. So you're getting all that stuff in there for $99.99, which is at least $40 cheaper than the competitor, and there's more useful stuff in it. So that's probably our newest item. We just built these this week, put them together. Does anybody know of anything that needs to be in there that's not? Or have any thoughts on what you'd like to see in a kit like that? We thought it was a pretty good film. Well, our scenario there is if you have to have the Teflon tape, you're probably going to have to buy something to replace. So if you're outside, well, it's not necessarily true. Say you're outside water hookup, your city water hookup starts leaking out, they got checked out in them, say that goes bad, well, you unhook it from that to the cap. Those don't require any kind of Teflon tape or anything because of the cone washers. So we kind of played with that idea too, but we were thinking anything you have to buy, anything you have to have that would require that Teflon tape, you're going to have to purchase out of the campground. So you're going to get that point and take that out too. But same thing with the LP Teflon tape. I don't know, a lot of people don't realize that propane requires a different kind of Teflon tape than water. It's yellow. So those are some ideas there that we tossed around. That's pretty much what we came up with. We think we got a really good price compared to what's out there, and it's a lot more inclusive.
All right, did you guys enjoy the seminar? No. A few other things up here. This year, if you got 2 holding tanks, they came out with a kit that's got the Y, 2 10-foot hoses and the Y built into it. By the time you piece it all out, this is if you add the 2 10-foot hoses, they come with the kit, and then you add the Y, it's a little more expensive. So it's a good idea they came out with finally for those people. More and more campers, the bigger they get, they're having more tanks, for storage. You got a galley tank, your regular gray water tank, and then your black water. A couple of these items, I don't know if we had them last year. Stuff came in late. I know this one didn't because we just got this in. If you have to replace your electrical connection or want to, those that have the twist lock on the side, this is a lot of times the rings don't get tightened and they start to get loose, and then you get heat build up or arcs, and then you got electrical issues. This new connector here got latch, goes in and snaps in. You don't have to worry about having it twist there. You don't have to worry about it hanging down because there's not a 90 on your cord from the factory. You know, most of them don't. Some of them do. So you don't have to worry about that. It's a tight, sealed, waterproof connection.
You don't have to grip the head of that cord and do it the 1/8 turn before you lock it.
Right.
So it's keeping the actual connectors.
Slips and just snaps in. So if you want to upgrade yours, or if yours is already to that point, you've got to replace it. I had a guy this week doing a repair on somebody's camper, and they went ahead and did this because of that feature. So they got them at 50 amp and 30 amp. It does look a little different than the 30 amp cord, but that's how they made it to. Maybe guess they're proprietary, just make it a little different. But
It does already fit the cutout of the inlet on the camper as well,
Right.
so there's no drilling, nothing there. But it is a premium connection.
I have not seen
100% waterproof.
Is there anything that'll hold the weight of the cord on 50 amp to keep it from going on the side of the camper?
Nothing's been designed.
That's the thing with this. And you guys can pass it around and look at it. You'll see. I mean, nothing's gonna. That's mounted. I mean, there's nothing. This thing's not moving.
What you might do,
It's just the weight of the cord hanging there.
what you might consider is getting a 90 towards going straight down rather than coming out and making a lever and making it so much. Just get a 90 adapter to plug your cord into. That's a thought there.
We got these squeeze latches here. Some people with arthritis, it's a lot better on the backside. I mean, you can do it with one finger on latch. Fits the same door lock opening. You don't have to cut or anything. I know it looks bigger here, but the actual core of it is the same size as all the standard.
The cutout's the same, and you're not doing any kind of movement like this. You're not doing any kind of movement like this. It's simply a grip, and it opens. It's handy if you have any issues with your lock, or you want to, replace it because you've lost keys or whatever. You can either upgrade or you can add to it, or replace yours.
Price wise, it's only about $13 difference between one of the standard locks and this, so it's not a big deal. Along the lines of truck accessories, how many people know that we can do truck accessories here? Not many. Bed covers. We can get into Sumo Springs.
We're the only authorized dealer of Sumo Springs, Super Springs within a 100-mile radius. If you go to their website and look and see where you can get their product within 100 miles of this zip code, we're the only ones that are authorized by Super Springs. That being said, we've got put together a spreadsheet this week that shows all the popular sizes, weights, and everything. So we can almost tell you within a minute how much it would cost to put on your vehicle. Nice thing about the Super Springs is they don't affect your ride when you're not towing. Where Air Ride, Airlift, Firestone, all of those require a certain amount of air pressure in the bag to keep the bag from failing when you're not towing. These have no impact on your ride at all when you're not towing. So it's a very nice thing about those. As long as you get the proper weight rating. If you've got a 1,500 and you want a 2,500 pound weight rating on the back, of course, the difference is going to be the height in that, and it's going to touch all the time. So then you're going to have, it's going to affect your ride. But if you get the proper weight rating on the Sumo Springs, it's not going to affect it at all when you're driving your vehicle back to camp. So it's a no hassle spring kit, add-on spring kit.
Dan's got a set on his truck. You like yours?
Yep. Denny, our service manager, has them on both. No, that's not true. He's got them on one of his trucks. He's got airlift on the other truck. But, we've got a lot of employees that have been using it.
So it does smooth out your ride when you're not towing your camper.
It doesn't affect your ride at all. when you're not ready.
It takes off the factory bump stop
Well,
underneath there and replaces it all.
what my wife complains, we take trips sometimes south of Kemper.
Leave her at home?
Well, I thought too. But it does rise a lot rougher. Sometimes I even actually what their pressure is real high.
Right.
Most of the time I forget to let it blow out before we take off.
Right. Right.
But so it would,
It's definitely gonna add to the suspension here.
okay.
And you might even find that if you bought these and installed them, you may actually have to load up your trailer and change the configuration of your weight distribution hitch if you have a towable trailer, a travel trailer. Because this is taking up some of that.
No,
Rock.
just fifth wheel.
Oh, okay, so that wouldn't be an issue with you there. So that's it's not a very new product, it's just something a lot of people didn't know that we could do.
You try to go out of your way to keep it happy.
Oh, yeah, that's why you have a spare.
Especially if you're gonna be riding with your wife.
Leave her at home and take your spare.
They do also make these for travel trailers and fifth wheels as well. A lot of people don't know that. There are some certain specs you gotta have. You gotta have axle weight rating and you gotta have some measurements, but they do make these for travel trailers and fifth wheels to kind of take away some of the, I guess, the bumpiness back
A
there.
lot of the bumpiness. If you go to their website and watch some of the videos, or you can go to YouTube and look up Sumo Springs for travel trailers and fifth wheels, you would not believe they've got cameras in the fifth wheels as they're going down the road and show the change and the ride on those and the impact it has on everything when you're going down the road. So, anyway, been a product that we've been selling for years, but a lot of people didn't know it, and we finally got locked in as an authorized dealer for us. We've been selling. What an authorized dealer does is it gets us a little bit better pricing on the product. It gets us a lot better control when we have issues, any kind of warranty, which we've never, since we've been selling, we've never had one warranty issue. But it gets us in quicker with the company to be able to take care of any problems should one arise. So there's not a lot of people that went the extra steps to become an authorized dealer, so that's why we're the only one on the website. But fantastic product. I can't say anything bad about Airlift or Firestone either, other than the fact that you have to adjust the air pressure, and you have to maintain air pressure. If you know anything about air shocks back in the day, they leak off all the time. So that's kind of a battle, and this takes away that battle. You don't have any issue with air at all. So we do an awesome product.
All right, Liberts came out with their new chairs. Some of you have already sat in them, pretty comfy. Padded, fold up, they're bag chairs, they're fold up. Cup holders came out with matching ottomans. Cup holders. They do have a double chair. We have yet to get that. We have those on order as well. But if you like a love seat, so if you want to sit next to your significant other, you can. If you don't want to, leave room for the dog. I don't know.
Technically, if you want to sit next to somebody else's significant other, you can do that as well. You don't push that.
Got the ratchet straps. Never fails. Somebody comes in and pick up something long. Do you guys have any rope? No. We do have ratchet straps. We use them. We've had to get them around the shop before. Heavy duty. Good product there. Got knives. These are a couple gift sets. Father's Day, hint, hint. Could be Mother's Day. Depends on the lady. Gift sets, birthdays, multi-tool knife, and one was like a little flashlight, I believe.
Yeah.
Inside of there. Got that display and put it up this week.
Not sure that's 100% RV related, but it is something that we get a lot of people traveling in trailers that aren't campers. And it's all good quality product. It does have a 152-piece toolkit there at the bottom with a really nice set. A lot of people are buying those elsewhere because it comes with kids. So we had to take it on. A couple cylinder jacks down there at the bottom. If you don't have a trailer area, you want to carry just a bottle jack with you, in case you run into a situation. We have some of those down there. You may already have as well. that's a nice little display that has a little bit of everything. It's a pretty good product. How many of you guys have got campers that got a few years on them and your dinette cushions are a little bit lousy? Lippert came out with a replacement set of cushions for your typical dinette. They come in a few different sizes. You can get pretty much any kind of material that they offer in the rest of their chairs over there. So instead of having to have something custom made, that is an option to redo your dinette cushions, or if you choose to buy some recliners or sofas or whatever, you can get the cushions to make your dinette match what you're bringing. That's something else that's fairly new. I think we got it at the,
Yeah, last year.
I don't know if it made any of our seminars, but that's something that's really picked up this year. People want to refresh what they've got. So, kind of a neat deal there.
Back here on this new item in cap here, Goal Zero is as a kind of a portable power company. That's what I'm looking for.
Portable power.
Yeah, I guess.
To get into power banks, to get into solar products.
Green energy.
There you go.
We've got a 10-watt panel here. You can put on a backpack, charge your phone while you're out or something, or set on a table if you want to. We've got these little lantern lights that are, that light up. Nice for little kids, or you can put it on a table upside down, whatever. They different colors, solar. You don't have to worry about charging them.
Sometimes you don't want that bright lantern on the table at night. It's just a little bit of diffused lighting there, not to blind you. You can't. It doesn't constantly change colors. It's in a demo mode right now where it's changing colors on its own.
I got some other portable power banks. Your phone. This here's another portable power station. This is a 200-watt one. They make bigger. They're on the signs here for kind of what you're trying to accomplish. If you're out dry camping or something, you are able to hook up, a 110 appliance to this. But I'm not saying your air conditioner. But you can hook up a laptop or something small in that nature. A cooler if you want to charge, keep your cooler going with electric coolers. You can do that. It's got all the ratings on the sign here for how many hours or how many charges it can take before you got to charge that. You can recharge these by solar, or you can plug them into a cigarette lighter, or you can plug them into a 110 outlet to get them charged up. I think the fully charged one, it's about 3-4 hours, depending on which model you got. The fully charged it.
Your TV.
You can run TV on it. Wish we had a TV on video. We got these fire extinguishers. Basically, there's no shelf life on them for the most part. This one here lasts for, I think this was a 50, so it goes for 50 seconds. So if this fire's here, you can just keep putting it out. Something flares up again, you can keep doing it, it puts it out.
And it packs a punch.
And you can wave it in front of your face. If you take a regular fire extinguisher and do that, you're going, somebody's going to have some breathing issues. You can wave this in front of your face, it's non-toxic. There's flyers down here on it. $74, a little pricey, but you don't have to have it recertified. You don't have to worry about it expiring on you. Use it at your house, camper, boat, and it works on A, B, C, and K. So it's a broad range of types of fires. We've had these before, kind of brought them again. Looks like we sold another one yesterday. Stovetop cover. You don't have a lot of the older ones didn't have stovetop covers. Some of the new ones do have glass
The
tops.
glass or the metal bifolding
Yeah.
cover.
I guess you could use this on that if you wanted to. It does have the padding on the bottom of it, but this also has feet that are adjustable in here. So if you don't have this cover, you can adjust it to where your burners are to keep it in place. So
We've had that in here a couple different times throughout the years, and for some reason it's been a requested item here in the last few months. We brought it back in. patio heaters. We brought those in last year, didn't know if everybody knew we had those.
We got that out front by the, we'll go out front, we got that.
I forgot that was out front. But never mind, I said that until we go out front.
Once around, we got this new bike rack display here. This bike rack are for, how many people have e-bikes? So these bike racks can hold the e-bikes. A couple different ones. The only difference, well, feature this one here takes a little bigger tires, obviously. They do have an optional ramp kit, which hooks on here, so you don't have to lift that bike up there. You can just roll it up the ramps to get it up there. Quick latch system on it. You know, so you're not having to.
They're designed to handle the weight, the extra weight you've got on your e-bikes. And again, like Craig said, we'll take the wider tires.
Got the rubber straps so you don't damage your wheel. I mean, they're adjustable, so you can put them anywhere you want. Little option, we've had a few people asking for them. We were always having to direct people to the kind of the stores that sold the e-bikes. We saw these at the show, came out with 2 bikes on either one of them.
You don't have to worry about them flopping around and
Yeah.
coming loose on you going down the road with the cinch system they've got on them. They're made for premium bikes. It's a premium bike rack for premium bikes. If you've got a $70 Huffy on the back of it, probably not something you need, but when you've got $2,000 or $3,000 e-bike on the back, it might be something to consider. I guess that pretty much takes care of things back here, guys.
On the way out here, we've got washer dryer combo.
This particular model will work vented or non-vented. So you don't have different SKUs or different models. This will work whether either way you want it. It does have a winterization feature that makes it really easy to winterize and de-winterize. And I believe there's 6 or 7 different colors we can get them in, but right now they're a little tough to get. They're on their way. But we could get the black. And again, install is nothing if you have a prep unit. Plug it in, hook up the water lines just like you would at home, hook up the drain, and you're good to go.
Obviously, if you want vented.
I'm sorry,
How many weeks do you use it?
not very. I don't know if they even give a decibel rating on the noise when it's running, but it's very quiet. It's an item we've seen in operation at the show, and it is the extra capacity unit as well.
About how much water does it use per load?
Let's see, 35 decibels.
Okay.
I'm not sure on the water. Most of the time you're using them though, you're hooked up. You're going to be hooked up to city water, and you're going to have on washer dryers. You're going to have to be hooked up to outside the sewer. You're not going to be able to just have it without your tank. You have to have sewer because most of the time those drain pipes go directly out. They don't go to a tank. They come down and tie into your exit.
So you would have to
You have to have
full
sewer.
hookup,
Yes.
empty?
Yes.
Yeah, I spent 7 months where we dumped that.
Yeah.
Well, as far as that goes, you could run these to a portable tow tank as well, and then pull it to your dump site and place it here.
Now, whether it's going to use 36, I don't think it's going to use 36. Like if you had a 36-gallon tow tank, it's not going to use 36 gallons of water. And it does use water to help dry. It uses steam to help dry.
Okay,
So
And they're designed to be super efficient because it is an RV
right.
washer dryer, so they've kept that in mind when they designed it.
yeah, keep in mind when it uses steam, when you get done, your clothes are still going to be a little damp when it gets done because
Very
of that
little.
steam.
Very little.
So you're still probably going to have to have stuff to dry, hang up and dry.
Yeah.
Now with the vented, it makes it a little better. It's a little more efficient. But some people don't like the idea of having to cut a hole inside their camper. We do it all the time. So we've only messed up 5, 6. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
No,
we
haven't.
did. We did. We serviced it. Yeah.
So no, Usually there's a sticker on the wall that says, put vent here. If not, we'll try to get a hold of the manufacturer, give us a wall print and see where it's at. But,
Already.
yeah.
All right, we'll move on out to the front here, guys.
If anybody wants to buy a deer stand, we've got some deer stands.
One of them last year, I made one.
Where does that bell on the camera?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's all you got. Let's start a raffle.
Here's an item that we've sold out of twice this year. Magnetic flag holder. The manufacturer guarantees it to stay on going down the road.
I wouldn't leave your flags on driving down the road, but you can leave the holder on.
But he did claim that you could, as long as your flags were in the mount good enough. He guaranteed the mount, he didn't guarantee the flags.
You have those in stock now?
Yes. Yeah, we've got them that hold two, and we've got them singles as well. We've got a display over here on the front of that little travel trailer that's got the single on it. Local manufacturer, as in I think Hopstock.
Yeah, pretty close. He's a customer. He bought a camper from us or brings his in for service, one of the two. So.
Yeah. He's been selling a ton of them. We've been doing real well with them. Like I said, run out of them twice. So that's a neat little item right there. Doesn't look like much, but very nice. Working our way this way, guys. It's a new product offered by Lippert. Same people that make your trailer frame, the chairs, ottomans. Basically a pop-up gazebo. It does come with the wind panels, privacy panels.
Separate.
I'm sorry, an option.
Yeah. You can buy privacy panels that just Velcro over. So if you want to block the wind or, I don't know, put a hot tub in there at your home, like whatever you want to do. Those are separate. We've got, this is our only one left now. We've sold
out before the actual
and we're
seminar.
supposed to have some other ones here, so I should have the beginning of the week. We'll have more here. These just go up in about, should go up within 5 minutes or less. Not the same to take it down. All in the bag. Bag should fit across like front of the storage compartment. You got a pass-through storage in the front. Go right through there, so you don't have to worry about trying to find a place to put it.
Yeah, easy up, easy down, and these retail for $2.99. So they were a big hit already before the seminar.
There's only 2 poles you have to put in, and it's like the ones that have the bungee cords in the middle. So they're really, you got a pole this side here and a pole this side here. That's it. Everything else is
Contained in the fabric
contained in.
as it folds
Like
together.
this.
Oh, the color they come in?
Fold in like that.
How many people did you raise set
It took you guys too.
Yeah, it took us a little longer. I think we got one of the panels turned inside out when we did it. It took us a little longer, but
Tornado proof, right?
norm, yeah. Per the manufacturer, per the reps, he had it up in 2-3 minutes at the show, and then had it down in like 4. Put it in the bag, but he does
That's
it.
after doing it, yeah.
But he does it all.
That's what I'm
Yeah, but he
You got
does.
5%.
Yeah, but he does it all the time. So you just have to walk around each side, put it in. Same thing with the top and fold down. So it all folds up the back. Like Matt was saying back here, patio heaters. We got some little Mr. heaters. So this is more of like for your home if you want to take. I don't see too many people taking camping, but if you got room, put it back in the truck and take it. You can.
Runs off a standard 20-pound LP barbecue grill tank.
A lot of you seen them in our campouts we had. We always have them up, around the bingo area, the food, when it gets cold.
That's pretty much going to wrap it up.
I got any questions?
Now, here in the next couple of weeks, we do have a lot more coming in, but the show was a little bit closer to the final seminar this year, so some of the items didn't get here like we wanted. So just check back in the next few weeks. We're going to have a lot more new stuff, different colors of the washing machine and dryer combos.
We try to get these seminars in before everybody starts camping. That way you guys don't have to miss the information and miss camping. So.
But that's what we got for this year, guys. Anybody have any questions? All right, for everybody that attended today, until 10 o'clock. You get 20% off anything you buy back in the store that's not on sale. So in stock, not on sale, 20% off anything you need. That'll conclude it, guys. We thank y'all very much for coming this season. And we'll